Funny Girl. Who doesn't? You guys know Funny Girl, the movie? I mean, come on, right? Okay. Now, I was in love with that movie for the obvious. Barbra Streisand singing on a boat. It's amazing. But more than that, the reason obsessed with that movie is because she falls in love with Nicky Arnstein. And he is a big-time producer, and she goes from being, just a funny Fanny Bryce cut-up girl to being a big star because she meets her prince. And I grew up living the dream. I didn't really live the dream. I wanted to have a dream, so this was one of the dreams that I wanted to have. I wanted to be Fanny Bryce, but after she had like the empire neck, the waistline dress and the crown and the creamy bosom, I wanted to be her. And I wasn't, but that didn't stop me from believing. And I got a sign that it was going to happen, because in 1980, I know I'm really old, in 1980, I was not a child, and I was oldish, not old, but anyway, I wanted to be an actress, and I was a dancer, and there was an actor strike, a big Screen Actors Guild strike, so everything had come to a halt, which really didn't impact me because nobody was hiring me. I didn't even have like a SAG card, so I could like complain, gee, I can't believe the strike. It didn't really affect me. But I did notice that in Backstage, which was sort of like the Bible, this is where we found our auditions for losers like me who didn't have agents, there was an audition for a commercial, non-union, don't judge. What do I know? Non-union, it was a commercial for the following day for all sizes for Hanes pantyhose. Okay, now I know what you're thinking. Of course, with these legs. I mean, honestly, if it was Osh Gosh by Gosh for 8-year-old girls. But like our friend Vanessa, I have a strong sense of self and no long mirror. So I'm going. So I go. I can wear like a skank skirt and a thing and a tights. I look like an idiot. I look like Jodie Foster when she's a whore and she's 9 years old. Okay, I go. But here's the thing. It's at the Minskoff Rehearsal Studios. Okay, that's a sign, okay? And I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to meet Nicky Arnstein. This is my calling. There's a reason why I'm at this audition. So I go, and there are a million girls there. They all look like palominos, and they're like, doing their thing. I look like a donkey in the corner. I don't care. I have high self-esteem. I'm going to do it. Okay. I get called in. I go to the audition, and there's this guy. His name is Jeff. He's cute, really cute, but he's petite, but he's cute. And he's sitting behind a big bridge table, and there's like a stack of pictures and resumes, and their girls are coming like in threes, and I kind of lump in with the other girls, and I'm up to like their waist. But, he has this, he's taking Polaroids, and I'm not paying any attention to the fact that I look like an idiot, but I see he's looking at me, because I got the heat. I'm packing it, and I'm looking at him, because he's got like big, brown, juicy eyes and shaggy hair, and he's so cute. And I'm already imagining we would be like two woodland creatures, like wandering through life together. He's really cute. And I know he's looking at me. And I knew when I left that room, I was getting a call back, and I did. So, all right, so a couple days later, I go back. I'm in Minskoff Studios. Nicky Arnstein. So I'm thinking, okay, this is working. I go back, there's like 20 girls, not, like a forest of them. And now we go in, and he tells us to kind of pose together in groups of 5, like Charlie's Angels or something. We look like a cheap gas station calendar. But I'm playing along because I'm young. Listen, I'm auditioning for a non-union commercial. I have no scruples. So I'm in it. I'll do anything. I'm whoring myself for anything. The pay's going to be shitty. It doesn't matter. I just want to get a job. Okay, so this time we're talking a little bit more, and he's really cute. And I'm thinking, I can't believe it. I'm connecting. This big shot, casting director and I, we're definitely, this is going to happen. Okay, he leaves a message on my answering machine. This was before voicemail. It was the actual machine. You had to push a button. You know those things, like a cassette machine. And he says, you're on hold for next week for 3 days. I'm clearing your dates. And also, will you call me back? Okay. Oh, we are on. This is on. So I call him back, and he says, it was great meeting you. I don't have the date yet for the shoot, but would you be interested in going on a date? Now, okay, I'm thinking, I probably shouldn't go out with him because it's kind of a cliche. Like, you don't go out with the casting director before you got the job. But are you fucking kidding? I'm not, I'm a whore. I'm going. So I said, great. All right, so he picks me up. I'm staying in a friend's sublet. Some friend is doing like some bus and truck production. He has this tiny little hovel on the Upper East Side. And I swear, I'm not making this up. Back in the 80s, you could rent or stay in someone's apartment for like $300 a month in Manhattan. I mean, in the city, nobody lived anywhere else. But that's what. Okay. So he picks me up and he takes me. He whisks me. He whisks me to a restaurant that was very, very fancy. It was called. Jill and Michael, you're gonna know this one. A quiet little table in the corner. Okay, now let me explain. This was a place, a real restaurant on Madison Avenue, like Murray Hill, and that was the idea of it. And I don't know how they did it. Now, Vanessa, Michael, you're architects. Every table was a quiet table in the corner. I couldn't figure it out. It was fancy, and they had a curtain that went around. Basically, it was like a work cubicle with breadsticks, okay? But it was expensive, and it was romantic, and it was fancy. And I never went out to a fancy restaurant, and I'm being wined and dined. And we had, I remember, because it was the first time I had a Black Russian shrimp cocktail. I ordered every expensive thing. And chicken Kiev. Do you guys know what that is? It's chicken that has butter spurting out the middle when you open it. It's like a coronary waiting to happen. Like chicken and the creams and the vodka and it was great. And we had a really good time. And we were talking, we have similar interests. He likes musicals, he likes the theater. He's like a really nice guy. And he's telling me about all of his casting work, and I'm Nikki Arnstein. This is amazing. Okay, then, now I did think it was a little odd because he paid in, now I'm not casting aspersions, but he paid in cash, which is not bad, but like in $5 bills and singles. It was an expensive meal. And I did think that was a little off. And the waiter was looking at him like, really? Like, it's like you expect me to count your change kind of thing. But hell, I'd never been out to dinner with anyone this fancy. Who am I to say you're not supposed to pay in $1 bills? What do I know? So, all right. And he's a perfect gentleman. He doesn't like make a move or anything. Okay, the next call I get from him on my machine is, I'm really sorry, you probably heard the actor's strike is off, which it was. Which was great. Yeah, fuck it, it was great. Meanwhile, now, any opportunity I had, gone. But hey, listen, eventually, it was important because I turned out to be a talent agent and all my actors were in SAG, so I was really being ridiculous back then. But I'm saying it, so it's okay. Okay. So he says, do you want to go out again? I say, sure. He says, what are you doing tomorrow afternoon? Nothing. I have nothing to do. Nobody hires me. So, now I am thinking it's a little odd that he's free in the afternoon, but I'm so excited I met my Nikki Arnstein. What do I care? So we go, I'll never forget it. It was so romantic. He takes me to the movies. We go and see the Muppet movie. I mean, the two of us are like garden gnomes, We're off to the movies. Okay, now, I must add that shortly before we went to the movie, there was something that was bothering me because I ran into one of the girls from the first Haynes audition. She and I took dance classes together. And she told me that her theory was the whole thing was a fraud, that he wasn't a casting director because she had a friend who works at the agency that did Haynes advertising, and they had no idea what she was talking about. I put that in the back of my head, but the Muppet movie, okay. So we go, and it's great, and we're still getting along, and he's so cute, and he's still not making any moves. He's being a perfect gentleman, and there is discussion about his apartment being painted, or is it being renovated, or is someone staying in it. I couldn't quite get the gist, but I left it alone. Okay, date number 3. Now, I don't have to tell you, you're all adults. Date number 3, you're going to nail it down. You can either get down to business and take off your clothes, or it's over. Date number 3. the commercial wasn't happening, so I wasn't any longer a whore. All right, so he calls and says, "Are you busy tomorrow night?" I say, "No." He said, "Well, pack a toothbrush." Okay, now I'm going to add as a sidebar, because I'm married now to a dentist, that I find it kind of charming that there is a euphemism when people ask you to sleep over, that they mention, bring your toothbrush, because dental hygiene is important. Okay, so this time, he picks me up on the Upper East Side, only this time he's in a car. It's like an electric blue Thunderbird, like one of those redone editions. It's sexy. And he gets out, that little tiny gnome, he gets out, and he has a dozen roses. Oh, I'm being wooed. I can feel the Empire dress and the crown coming any day now. So I get in, and we start driving, and I still don't know where he lives. And we go over the 59th Street Bridge, which is fine, I guess. I'm from Queens, so who am I to begrudge Queens? But we keep driving, and at first I'm thinking, maybe he's really like some crazy dude who's gonna like bring me out to the airport and chop me up and leave me somewhere and nobody will know. But I think, no, he's a nice guy. He's sweet, he's cute, he likes musicals. So we're driving, and then I'm checking my lipstick in the mirror, the visor, and I see Alamo Rental. So I say politely, "Oh, you rented this car?" And he said, "Oh yeah, my car's in the shop." Okay, now let me stop here and just say that I am a codependent, and I will always err on the side of people being right, okay? That's who I am. I don't like to try to put anyone on the spot. But my bill's returning. Was there really an audition? Is this really his car? Who is this guy? He plays in $1 bills at a restaurant. Okay, but I'm still going to sleep with him. Okay, so we're driving. Finally, he parked in Kew Gardens. It's fucking far, Kew Gardens. On Queens Boulevard. The building is lovely. It's new. It's got balconies. There's a doorman. He parks right in front. And plus, there's a subway right in front. So I figure, well, if I'm going to get murdered before he does, I can run out and grab a train. So I'm thinking, not so bad. All right, we get in the building. The doorman knows him, so he obviously lives there. This isn't some sort of crazy ruse. We go up. Okay, he's nervous. I'm nervous. Of course, it's the first time I'm going to sleep with a dude. So he gets the door open. The door opens. It's a big, beautiful, airy apartment, except there are two strangers inside the unit. There's a woman, like 60, in a house dress. And her hair, do you remember Miss Pitty Pat? Like those little curlers in her hair? Like little Miss Pitty Pat curlers. And a man, an old man on a Barca lounger. And the two of them are watching Wheel of Fortune in Jeff's apartment. And I'm trying to put this together, and it clearly becomes clear when the woman, who's like looking, she's smoking too, she says, "Jeff, if I knew you were coming home, I'd heat up your dinner." And then I realized these were his parents. And then I'm still thinking, because I'm still so stupid, well, maybe he's letting them stay with him. So, okay, I don't know what's going on, but I go follow him into his room. Still, I'm following him into his bedroom. His bedroom, where there are, I might add, trophies, like that say, "Good sport," or like, "Most improved." And he puts on, this shows you how old I am, Barry Manilow, Mandy, or something like that. It's like romance music. And he has like a den/bedroom, because that's what you do when you're 30 years old and you're not supposed to sleep in your childhood bedroom. And he like flings out the hide-a-bed. And I'm looking at this scene and I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell? This can't be. And so I start asking questions. Finally, now, the moron, I'm saying, wait a minute, what is going on? Who are you? You live with your parents? He said, "Oh, no, just this weekend. You know, it's like Donald Trump, bullshit. No, oh, it's huge. It's blah, blah, blah. All right, so he says, no. So he says, "Here, have a glass of wine. Let's listen to Mandy." And he's got the bed open, and I'm looking at the trophies, and it's scary time. And I'm thinking, okay, no, I got my limits. It's got to stop now. I said, "Jeff, I'm really sorry, but I just don't feel comfortable. There are just too many discrepancies. I'm just not feeling right about any of this." I said, I gotta go. I said, and then I'm thinking to myself, I hope he's really a good sport like on those trophies, because if he's He was a nice guy. And I said, don't worry, I'll take the subway back to the city. I don't want to make you have to leave. And I did. And I'd like to say that I've learned something from this, but I had many, many more relationships over the years where I was just as trusting. And I just wanted to have my Nikki Arnstein. And I did finally find one or two or three or four. I don't know. I've been around for a long time. But you know what? You kind of learn when you hear something or see something, you have to say something. Things are